This is a camera that is currently going from anywhere between $200 to $250, but I was able to get mine at a crazy markdown of $25. It came with the camera and a battery, no battery charger. I did have to get that separately. The one I got is a Castar. It's, it works good. It charges the battery pretty quickly. But we're here to focus on the camera. So let's look at it. So starting off around the back of the camera, you have your record button, you have your optical image stabilization, your LCD Power Plus, which I believe just dims the LCD, a DVD copy because this is a camera from 2008. You have your joystick here for controlling the menu, navigating the menus, a dedicated button to go to the menu, and a trash button. And then under this flap, you have your port to connect it for a PC and your AV port. Looking around at the side of the camera, there's not much here. You have a hard disk drive. This camera does have internal storage built in. Mine has 14 hours of SD recording time. Of course, I went in and cleared all the footage that was on it. It was just a funeral. So I went in and cleared that. Look at the front of the camera. You have your microphone grill. You have your lens here. Panasonic video lens, 50 times optical zoom. And up on top, you'll have your ability to open the lens, close the lens. It's not automatic. It doesn't need to be. So looking at the side with the screen, you have your Panasonic logo, HDD, SDR-H60P. So you open it. Opening up the camera reveals a mode to put it in auto, a mode to put it in manual focus or autofocus, a little light for resetting, a light for access, and you have here your SD card slot. But again, this camera does come with its own internal memory. You don't really need that. This does a good segue though to the bottom. Again, you have your SD card slot. You have a tripod mount and an accessory mount. You have your model info. And then on the bottom, you have your battery, 770 milliamp hours. You can get a close-up of it there. And just put it in like that. And then when we look at the top of the camera, I will push it back here. This switch here controls your lens cover, and then of course you have your TW for zooming in and zooming out, as well as your volume controls. So going back to the back of the camera, this little wheel here, this little scroll wheel, so you turn it on, you have a mode for viewing photos, a mode for taking photos, a mode for viewing videos, and a mode for recording videos. We'll switch it to video mode first, and we'll give you a look at the camera when it is on. So I will open up the lens cap, of course. There's a couple different modes that you can set the camera in right now. I have it in a 4:3 recording mode. It also records in 16:9. I'll actually give you a quick rundown through the menus. So you have your basic settings here, and this is for stuff such as scene mode, your guidelines, your recording mode, your aspect. That's where you can change it from 16:9 to 4:3. That's the advanced. We don't want that. And of course your clock settings. Then we have your advanced settings, digital zoom, fade color, wind cut, zoom mic, and auto slow shutter. Of course, I keep the digital zoom off. Some people like it on, but digital zoom is terrible. Your media select, that's where you can switch between recording to the hard drive or the SD card. Your general setup here, your display, date and your time date format, quick start, power save, beep sound, LCD settings, initial settings, and a demo mode. And then you have your language, and you can change it there to a variety of things: English, French, or Spanish. Now the reason I have it set in 4:3 is because in 16:9, of course you're getting full HD there, but the image is a little bit distorted, and the image quality I just think doesn't look as good. Of course you do have that option of recording in 16:9. I like it in 4:3 on this camera though, so it stays in 4:3. Okay, I will now show you a little bit of test footage from the camera. We will switch over to recording it. I'll show you my current Panasonic, and you can judge for yourself on the quality. Okay, so one thing you should note with this guy, if you want to record, make sure you either have an AC adapter or a SD card. if you're transferring recordings from the hard drive, you're going to need an AC adapter in order to transfer them. It won't work with your computer unless the camera is plugged in via an AC adapter. I don't have one, so I have to use an SD card for anything I want to transfer. Also, I've changed what I'm going to record. So, a few things I like about the camera in terms of build quality. It feels sturdy. You know, this is not a camera that I feel is going to break if I drop it. I mean, maybe if I drop it 20 feet onto concrete, it'll break. But, you know, I fall off a desk or something, I don't think will break this guy. I also like that when I'm holding it via the wrist strap, my fingers go, my thumb is directly where the record button is, and my index finger is right at the TW. So that is very nice. A few complaints I have with it. The screen built in is not that great for viewing angles. Images look very red, and they don't look very red on my computer. And the battery isn't great, but then again, this is a 13-year-old camera. I don't expect the battery life to be good. So overall, would I recommend this camera to you? Yes, if you can find it for a good price, I'd recommend it. A good price, anything below $75 I think would be good. If you can find it for that, I would recommend you use it for something, or maybe you want to sell it and make some money off of it. Either way, you do you. So what are my final thoughts on this camera? I think it's a good camera for the price that I got it for. Video quality is nice, audio quality is nice. I can definitely see myself using it for a few things. So overall I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned in the coming days for some test footage of things, you know, out in nature or something. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.